Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is the speed build for the host in the new Let's Play Legacy Challenge that I'm starting here on my channel. So if you guys did watch my video yesterday, it was one of my videos. Yesterday was a double posting day, but the later video that I put up was for the creative sim for Peppermint. And she's actually going to be the main character in the Not So Berry Legacy Challenge that I'm starting on my channel, and I am so excited to get this started. And when you actually see this video, I'm hoping to have the first episode go up later on the same day. So this is for the first generation, which is Mint, and I kind of briefly went over the first generation in the Create a Sim video, and I'm just going to go through some of the rules for the whole generation, and I will also make sure to leave a link in the description for the video or for the Tumblr post, and it was actually created by Little Simsy and Always Simming. They actually just created this, and I think it was kind of originally like supposed to be some kind of joke, kind of like poking fun at like the berry sims that some people do here on YouTube that's like full on color, either like full skin included. So this is a little bit more toned down. And I think the thing that I like the most about this challenge is it's really going to get you to get into the actual gameplay instead of like worry about making a story or things like that. So it's definitely something I'm totally going to enjoy because, as you guys know, I really lack on my gameplay. I do a lot of builds and create sims and just kind of things like that, and I don't really get into the gameplay that much. So I do have another Let's Play starting on my channel, but I kind of seen this in the middle of that, and I really just thought about doing two. So there are going to be two Let's Plays, and I'm so excited to bring that to my channel. I feel like I definitely needed it. You guys have been asking for a while for some Let's Plays. So for the first generation, which is what this host is actually being created for, is Mint. So it says you are a mischievous scientist that really loves the color mint. You're career driven but still make time for silly pranks and outings with your closest friends. You love luxury and you want the best for yourself and your family. So her traits are a vegetarian, jealous, and materialistic, which are all actually green traits. And her aspiration is to be the chief of mischief, and she also is a scientist for her career. And the rules are going to be to master the scientist career, master mischief and logic skills, and complete an elements collection. So you guys will see that I kept the theme of this host all with Mint, and I really just wanted it to be smaller, but it ended up being a little bit more expensive than I thought it was going to be. So you are able to actually use like a money cheat to get your first host, but they don't recommend like using cheats for the whole game. Like you're not going to want to cheat any of your skills up because that's kind of like the point of the game. Normally, like when you are doing Let's Plays, and I mean, even if it's like story based or whatever, sometimes you see like, especially Little Simsy, she kind of cheats a lot with that kind of stuff. But this is, I mean, you can use cheats if you have to. It's not discouraged, but using them excessively, it's something you're not going to want to do. So I wanted to build this host like she is a scientist career, but I kind of kept her traits in mind. And I just kind of wanted to keep everything like equal because she is a scientist. So I do have the elements display rack in the host so that whenever she does collect them, we can display them there. And it's actually something I don't normally put in my houses. And I'm trying to think what else. And then I put like, I think in her bedroom, there's like a science poster above her bed. But I mean, she's also materialistic. So I also wanted to kind of make it still like really not fashionable, but just kind of girly and expensive looking, and still keeping it small. So, I mean, I tried to keep some room still outside so that if we need to expand, because I'm not too sure exactly how this challenge is going to go, whether or not like she's going to maybe need a roommate or something like that. I feel like this is the perfect setup to really like get to know the sim with you guys instead of having like a like existing sim that I'm like telling you her backstory. So this is going to be so much fun. We're going to like get to know her together, and I can't wait. I know I keep saying how excited I am, but there are other generations. There are 10 generations in total. So the second generation is rose. The third is yellow, and then there's gray, plum, orange, pink, and peach, green, and blue. So, I mean, it all depends on what generation you're in. Some generations you have to, I believe, live in a total of like 3 different worlds. And then one, I believe you have to leave someone at the altar. One, you can only have one child. One, you have to adopt a child. And I remember reading in one of them that you actually have to marry, or you have to get married, divorce, and remarry the same sim. So I really like how like the challenges are set up. They're definitely things that you might not normally do in your game. And I think what I'm most excited about is using these careers. Like, there's a lot of the careers in this game that I haven't even got into, especially in the city living pack. The only one that I started, and when I say started, like I've probably only did it for a week, was the social media one. And I never really got too far into that. And what was the other one? And the scientist career, the one that we're starting with, I did kind of like when I first started playing The Sims, I did start trying to use that career, and I did really like it. I remember you actually get some kind of like gun, or it's like a freeze ray or some kind of gun machine that you actually can like freeze other Sims, and it turns the Sim blue and kind of messes with like their mood and things like that. So I can't wait to actually get that, because for some reason I really liked it. And yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting, especially with the vampires in the game. I don't know how that is going to affect it. And I was thinking last night, actually, when I was building this, like, what's going to happen if one of these Sims actually turns into a vampire? That actually might make this challenge a lot harder, especially if you have, I can't remember what the careers are. I mean, it might not even be in it because I don't have the like form in front of me, but if you had like the politics career where you have to protest, like what would happen if you were a vampire? Because you can't go out in the day unless you work up to picking your, is it like where you can go out in the day? But things like that are definitely going to make it more challenging. So I'm definitely going to make sure that I do not ask to be turned into a vampire. So the lifespan is also set to normal. So hopefully that is going to give us enough time to accomplish what we have to do. And I think it will. I don't think like they've put in things that are too hard, but they're definitely going to be time consuming. I think the easiest thing for the first generation is going to be to complete the elements collection. And to get those, you actually just have to go around and dig like all of the different rocks that you find. I'm pretty sure that's how you basically find all of those. So, and I mean, I never have done the mischief trait. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to be learning, and it's going to be interesting. I'm sure I'm going to mess up a bunch and get things wrong, but I think that's the fun of it. Same with you guys. Like, if you guys are just playing with it at home, you're definitely going to have to just play around with the game, mess up a bunch of times, and hopefully get it right. And I can't wait. And I know like a lot of the people that have already been starting this challenge, most of them haven't actually decorated their houses within the color, but I felt like, why not? Like, each generation, it's going to be a completely different color. So, I mean, we might get tired of seeing all of this mint and blue, but I mean, if we do, I can just come in and change the color of the wall some. But I did try to not make it like completely overwhelming by bringing in just some like other random things. So, oh, also that fish tank, you guys, I have been wanting to put a fish tank in one of my houses forever. So I think the first thing that we're gonna do when we start is actually purchase and fill up that fish tank, because I love that fish tank. I think that like they're done so beautifully. I think they look really nice, and I was so happy that I actually was able to fit that in here. I thought maybe we were only going to be able to put in like a little fishbowl, but nope, we totally was able to fit that in. So I kind of also wanted to make sure that I had like all of the things that I did need to work on her logic skills. So I love the yoga mats. I actually love watching The Sims do yoga, and I do put the chess table out there for our logic skill, and we do have our bookshelf, and I think that was pretty much it. I can't really remember everything that you're able to use logic for, but we have our chess table, we have our bookcase, and I think that's going to be pretty much everything that we're going to need just to start off with. And I wanted to put a hot tub in here for when she has her friends over, because again, that's something I've kind of been leaving out. And the bathroom's a little bit cluttered, but I do like having tubs and showers, just because sometimes you're in a rush and you are going to want to take a brisk shower, and then other days she's going to want to relax after a long day of work and just kind of get her mood boosted in the tub. So I mean, instead of putting in that tub shower combo, I really don't like it. I think it kind of looks a little bit cheap and tacky, but I feel like it's still kind of cluttered looking in here, and I didn't really want that, but I think it'll work. I mean, it's the bathroom, so hopefully we're not going to be spending too much time in there, and I kind of just wanted to keep this house one level as well. I feel like sometimes when I'm doing Let's Plays, I just kind of like keeping everything just all together. So make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up if you do like how this house turned out, and also subscribe. That way you're not going to miss out on any of the future videos of this episode of the series, not episode or anything like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!